Hello there, Golf Freak here, and welcome back to Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3 as a Drow Gish. So I spent some time, I only talked to the vendor to buy a bag of bags for the mod in order to do a lot of organizing, and I've changed some stuff up. So Astarion is now going to be a party member for at least Act 2. The reason why is because in my other Dark Urge playthrough, my character is basically fulfilling this role. It's going to be very different, so I figured I might as well keep him in the party, because why not? So I did move around some of the stuff, and I never gave myself a ring. We want the movement ring. There we go. So I got the movement ring, and Shadowheart got the ring of protection. The reason why is because it buffs her constitution saving throw to a +9, which means most of the damage is not even going to be a problem. So I also got her the Cloak of Protection because I went and interacted with both vendors. I didn't talk to Damon, I just stole from him. That was Astarion coming in handy. But anyway... Oh, wait a minute. I give you the wrong armor? I did. I think the plan was giving you this. It does give me one more. Only one? $16.22. Oh, it has one less base. Okay, that makes sense. But that's fine. So Astarion, ironically enough, has the best PC in the party. I don't think anyone else has the dex for that'll benefit. Yeah, everyone else has 14 dex, which is good. So that means we're gonna give the scale mail to you. Karlach still fine. This is just a flat. Well, if I increase this to 16, now wait a minute. Is it just a flat 16? It is. Yeah, so we don't actually get the benefit of bark skin. Definitely significantly worse because I don't get a +1 to initiative, which is very important. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna keep it like this. Might go get another scale mail at some point, but I don't have it for now. So I have that. I have the Sword Master gloves. I do +1 bonus to melee attack rolls, means I'm easier to hit. Still have the adamantine scale mail. Have the Networker boots. Now this is the Unseen Menace upgraded. I have a mod that allows you to use soul coins with the appropriate equipment to upgrade a weapon. It's the same exact weapon, except now it's a +2. I did the same thing with Astarion's bow he's using, which is the Titan String bow. It's now also a +2. When you deal damage equal to your strength modifier. His strength modifier is now pretty high because he has the Club of Hill Giant strength. I didn't go back to get this, I just spawned the item in. I'm not going back to Act 1. I'm not going to waste the time or possible consequences to do that. So his strength is now 19, which means that we get a flat 4 on top of the flat 4 on top of Sharpshooter +10. So that means his base damage is 18 flat per hit, which is really good. And we're only one level away from him getting multi-attack, which is awesome. He's going to be really great. And I think it's going to be more worth it to go down a 336 for Bard. I'm keeping the gloves on him. Gloves dexterity on him. I'm probably going to dump dexterity because he has a 16 dexterity. You could, instead of going Bard, go Fighter for more dexterity, but I don't think it's particularly good. So I'm thinking about dumping dexterity and getting good wisdom on him on top of Constitution. And just perma keeping these on him. He also has the dashes, which as a rogue comes in handy for movement, a couple random rings, amulet of branding, a shield because he can. Oh, Shadowheart now has the best AC. Good. That tracks. Yeah, we really do need to buff Karlach a bit. But anyway, other things. I have the Bow of Awareness for +1 initiative just because Astarion's initiative, by the way, before I forget, is +8, which using a D4 to roll means that it's really hard for anyone to go before him. is really without the alert feat. Well, alert, which by the way is going to be his primary potion. I don't know if I have a lot of them or not, but +5 initiative, just make sure he always goes first. Now, what else? I have the movement ring, I have the conduit ring, throwing acid, returning pike. Oh yeah, I heard the Darkfire short bow, so now she can cast haste, which is quite useful, especially for Asterion. Or me, either one. She's also not likely to lose it. I can have her drink Elixir of Peerless Focuses to do that. Otherwise, that's just about it for equipment changes. Yeah, he's not wearing the Dynamite Markings synergy because why not? I can use my bonus action because don't have a crossbow to like do a poison or something. Yeah, so that's all the changes. We're now going to start talking to people. Starting with our camp. We're going to just say hello now that we've actually made the sanctuary, so if anyone has anything to say.
Hey, you.
Nope, not you. Alright, so it doesn't look like it. So the person I really want to talk to, someone we didn't talk to in our multiplayer game and that came to bite us in the ass because we didn't know and weren't really paying attention to our followers because we couldn't do their quests anyway. There he is. Hey, Halson.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Is that what the little orbs we get for killing the shades are? Alright, let's talk to people.
How's the barricade coming along?
If Jaheira trusts you,
Need to find a way forward. It'll need to.
Jaheira wants to know about supplies when we make it home.
Okay, so let's go talk to Damon. He's right over here.
Just about.
Karlach! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please. Fine. Well, go on then.
I don't enjoy saying this, Karlach, but there's no two ways about it. Your engine is going to blow, and I can't fix it. I'm not sure anyone can. It's simply too hot to exist here in the material plane. Unless you return to Avernus for good, this thing is going to blow. Sooner rather than later.
But still, you can give me something that'll let me touch again, right? Safely.
Yes, but...
That's all I need to know. Do it. Please. I never wanted to live forever. I just want to live good.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
I'm not gonna kiss her because I'm with Shadowheart. Even though I'm pretty sure this doesn't do anything. Give her a hug.
Thank you. Can we go to bed now?
Hold on, Karlach. There's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours.
We already heard this.
I know you know that. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but... at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
You read my mind. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck. Both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
Okay.
This is the best day. The best day! I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
I'm curious, anyone in mind?
I'm not sure. Depends who's got me in mind. Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Then again, maybe it was just an old eye. Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing. You heard Damon. There is no solution. It's hell or bust. I choose bust. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that. Please. Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little.
Okay. Do I have... Do not.
I thought it was you. Saving my skin again, I see. Never seen a shapeshifted ox before. But I'm glad you dealt with it before it dealt with us.
I'm surprised you have this
Glad
dialogue.
to see you're all right.
A makeshift harper's fire. And if you find any interesting materials in need of working, I'm happy to help. I hesitated to mention this back in the Druid's Grove, for obvious reasons, but no one has earned my trust if not you. When Elturel was dragged into Avernus, I was drafted into a devil's smithy. It should have been awful. But infernal metal is like a wild horse. Powerful, exuberant. It'll kill you if you lack technique. I can sense some. Smell it almost. Somewhere in the area. Underground, maybe. Out there in the shadows. If you find it, bring it to me. I'll make something incredible. Some of us had it easier than others. The baker, the schoolmaster. When Elturel was swallowed up, they could do little but survive. As for me, I won't say I enjoyed my time there, but it was certainly instructional.
Alright, so... I found this metal in a place called Grimforge. I think this is the Devil Foil masks. I grabbed them while I was organizing my inventories. Or no, it wasn't. The one should be down there. This is the Infernal...
Rare to get your hands on this stuff. Well done keeping it to hand.
I think this might be the Infernal Iron we got from the check then.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Flawed Helldusk armor.
Need anything?
More?
Using something that's already fabricated is tough, but I can try. How many do you have?
Do I have any more?
If you want me to have another...
Okay, hold on. I need to look this up. Okay, so they're crafted into an explosive, which I just do not care for. So I'd rather just send them to camp. I'm assuming the Karlach is done.
Need anything?
It's perfect.
And we get the flawed Helldusk helmet. Now I have one more piece of Infernal Iron. Is this implying that I can do... It's rare heavy. You hit by a foe within 2 meters. It might take 1 to 4. If it had the damage reduction, it'd actually be pretty good. But it doesn't. And then +2 against saving throws against spells with con saving throws +1. So this gives her Hunter's Mark, which is not really necessary. The anti-crit is good, but it doesn't really come up much. So the question is... I don't care for him. Okay. Send all that to camp.
It's toast.
Glad to see you made it. I am. Indeed I am. I remember you from the Grove with the Druid. I hoped to see you again. And now I have. on the double. One hoof quickly following the other.
Okay.
Need anything?
I no longer have these on me. That's interesting. Yeah, he needs to I need to take a long rest before he'll restock. Since that basically is an upgraded version.
I do. That's why we're still standing around. Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
Yeah, he's a flaming fist.
Rescue party.
Not that you'll give a triple shot damn, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists.
I do actually.
Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate himself. Sure did. For all the good.
Oh, is Flora here?
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
I don't even remember
Guess you need to be
meeting
a
her.
goddamned counselor to get room and board around here.
I did not know she was here.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse in their way. Yeah?
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
34?
Cheeky. But, since you're asking,
I thought that's what it was.
if you're all right by Jaheira,
Don't think
you're all
you
right by me.
have... Yeah, there is no buyback. I got rid of all my crap with her.
Take care now.
Shadows lurking. Light to inside. Look.
Okay.
Take a stroll, have a drink.
Really too bad that there's no easy way of knowing who has, like, interesting dialogue. See, I want to come over here. Actually, before I go any further, let's turn on my auto looting. Let's see. Do I need a long rest, or is it not here? May just not be here. No, I might need a long rest. Alright. Oh, that reminds me. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I should be good money-wise for the rest of the game, especially with the auto-loot mod. So far, my Dark Urge playthrough, aside from some early looting, there was not much. There's stuff up there that can be looted. Interesting. Anything up there that can still be? Yes, there is. Hey, Karlach. Oh, look at that.
Someone there?
Just what I wanted to see.
Simple.
I had no idea this thing was here. Rippling Force Mail, rare heavy armor, gain Force Conduit. Ooh. This actually might be really good. Or... yeah, that might be really good for Lae'Zel. There's actually a few things that are really good for Lae'Zel too. You can just make it ugly. There's a weapon I don't know if I grabbed. That would work well with her.
Let's move.
I don't know if I use it or not, though. Alrighty.
Free as you are, this is no time for a...
Best head inside.
Where's Mattis? Shouldn't Mattis be here? Oh, did my auto loot mod steal his stuff so he left? Well, let's pop a quick save and I'm gonna roll back the save and see if that's what it was. So, it looks like in this playthrough, I never had Roland or encouraged Roland to... Roland would be behind this bar. I never encouraged him to stay, which might imply that they're already in Act 3. Like, they... What? When the wearer deals cold damage, also create a circle of ice around the target. That's going to Lae'Zel. So... I'm assuming he's going to be in Act 3. Kinda sucks, because there is something that'll be easier to grab. I'll have to make a note of making sure I go to the place where that can be unlocked, because he does sell something useful. Alright.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
I went through there.
He wants the same thing.
There's her. Okay.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Cerys, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
What happened to Zevlor?
Gone. And more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender, but they were toying with us, making examples, and we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others, maybe the cult got them, maybe the curse.
Yeah, you don't want to be a prisoner of the Absolute.
Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why.
He might have. Hey, you.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Some of us fought back. Or tried to. But it was hopeless. All I could do was run.
What'd they do to the others?
I don't know. It just happened so quickly. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
Everybody likes this, just one step at a time. Oh, everyone likes this. You want to live, focus on yourself. I didn't complain consistently, it's very annoying. No, one step at a time.
You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do this.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Huh. This...
Let's crack it open.
Probably didn't need to do that, but whatever.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Oh, the tower-shaped key. Okay, so I got the tower-shaped key. Well, Mathis, if he were here, would be selling that to me. Well, good.
More of our people into the curse. Any help from Jaheira? She wants the same thing we do. To save the city. But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jailar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking. We can wait. But Baldur's Gate, he still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers?
Not yet. What's with the fellow on the cot?
Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other. Cleric of Selûne. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her.
We won't.
Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free.
Yeah, we're not gonna. You wanna give me... There we go. I'd like to talk to him.
Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives. Except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color?
I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
Daniel, isn't that?
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back.
Daniel's a name.
We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't the name we just heard from Halsin?
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir?
You heard the song before?
No, not till I met Art, anyway. This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years.
Vorn letter. Yeah, Karlach, you have something to say?
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Yeah, people in power often make deals with devils. I'm not going to say this because it's not going to happen as soon as we get to the city. And he has no place in power.
No. But they always seem to get it, don't they?
Ambitious men are terrible leaders, but only ambitious men become leaders. Alright, so we have I'd completed, wake him up. Oh, I hope that didn't end. I hope the order I did that and didn't mess it up. Be really stupid if the Halsin isn't able to do anything because I went and got his letter.
You wish to speak? He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Dang, he really bamfed. Oh, there you are.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it. Without Thaniel, no. And I don't know how I can find him without speaking to this man.
I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. Oh, my gods. To your very good health.
It's really interesting. I remember being I remember being very suspicious of Jaheira, even though I think I knew at the time in the multiplayer game, I think I knew at the time that she was an older character. But the order in which I did things in this make me actually trust her compared to the multiplayer.
Yeah. I mean, it's an honor, milady.
I will gladly drink to your health as well, Karlach.
To your good health.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still
wine,
not quite
right?
so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
So, it's... I'm not exactly resisting the temptations. I've eaten every single brain worm I found so far. So... what is my character's motivation? I think... I mean, it's changing me for the better. I'm not resisting the temptations, per se.
Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I?
Yeah, you can trust me. I've helped these people once, I'll help them again.
Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Who is he?
General Ketheric Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists.
Eye raised by Shadowheart.
He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter.
And this is why we went to go get rid of that first and ruin Act 2.
Right in front of me, and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless. But experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Yeah, sure.
Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too. Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us. I like you.
I mean...
I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease.
That's why I want to go do it.
Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness.
She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive.
She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Yeah, we won't. So there is no reason to talk to her because there's other ways of getting the protection that you don't. So you don't need to talk to her. You don't need to risk anything. It's not important. Anyway, let's talk to her. See what she has to trade.
Isabel's in her room up.
Oh, you're not gonna. That sucks. Hello, His Majesty.
I say hiss!
What's got your whiskers in a twist?
This is my territory, and you're in it.
I love the fact that it was a bug that it was hairless. My intentions are pure. I only wanted to admire you up close.
I'll allow it. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss. I slinked, of course. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. But do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
That's a funny. Hey, buddy.
Ah, you. Don't know, don't care.
Do I know you? How are things?
How are things? How are things? Well, I've been through worse.
I saved you through worse.
I'll soon be off to Moonrise Towers to look for my friend, Wulbrin. I understand you might be headed in that direction as well. Don't threaten me with a good time. My search for Wulbrin has been one quagmire after another, as you know. Still, a friend is a friend, and Wulbrin won't last long in a place as dreadful as the Towers.
Marcus is like crazy. I'll look for him.
You wouldn't even know what he looks like.
Well, tell me.
Then again, my track record is, well, discouraging. That's very decent of you. Very decent of you indeed. But I won't stand idle. I've spotted an alchemist's scales, and had already been cooking up a little something that might help against those cultists. I'll get to work on the brilliant retort. You get to work at the towers. Deal? A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. Guaranteed to end any and all arguments or protestations.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Very good indeed. Now, you, off to your heroism, as it were. Some of us are counting on you.
All right. Can I just yoink the chessboard?
Being arrested for treason. If you have a defense, make it known.
I was gonna try to just throw the board, but I wonder if that means that she can't do the deal. Not that it matters, because she does do a deal. I'm gonna.
Wulbrin, you fool.
Your move, Maul. You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
Everybody likes this, huh? Well, I picked this one before, so I'm gonna go with this one.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Wait, you got to go twice?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
Is that why you're here? To play games?
To play the game. The vast lance board of souls. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. A long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
Oh, such impatience. It's something very important to your master, but is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details, but of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it and get back to you.
You'll get back to me? This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
So, the untouchable Karlach is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so probably safest to skip it.
He's right there looking at him.
Yes?
Nothing to say, huh?
Poor Karlach. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
She's right there! Oh, here we go. Some Ketheric dialogue.
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
What are you thinking about? Incredible. Like I'm really alive. Like we can finally be real.
Wait.
I can be close to you now, without fear, without thinking too hard. We can just be.
Yeah, -5. You've earned it.
No more than anyone else. Well, maybe slightly more. But that's the past now. I'm free. More free than I've ever been now.
I don't remember if I've triggered her or not. See, the issue, I think I have, now that I think about it. I think Shadowheart is pretty, possessive at the beginning, so I'm just going to kind of ignore it for now. Hey, you.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and
You
me
totally
could
just
make a tiny
pocketed
stack of coin in
the
Baldur's Gate.
pact.
But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
No, kid. No.
Oh, break my oath. Or maybe not my vengeance oath, it might be my other oath. This is why I love this mod. I can say this, and it says... I'm gonna quick save, actually, just in case. It says it's gonna come back. He's a devil ball. Their fickle patrons, ambition, and treason lie before you. Which is interesting. I am not a devil warlock. But I would know this. Now, if she calls me out for being a devil warlock, that's nonsense. I'm a Cthulhu warlock.
So what if Raphael's a devil? Means he's got the power to keep his promise. Also, bit rich for you to tell me who I can or can't make deals with, all things considered.
You need to believe in yourself.
Zevlor had belief. Didn't get him anywhere good. Besides, Raphael wasn't promising anything stupid. Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am.
You're a heck of going to do this. I don't know how many rerolls I have. I think I just got inspiration, so I think I'm be okay without using a spell slot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Roll again. I can't. Oh, I can. Good. If I don't get it this time, I'll do one more reroll with advantage. Gosh darn it, game. This is, I feel, a bit important. I got a 19. Now I get to 32.
What I said! That he'd get me and my gang safely to Baldur's Gate!
And
also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves Guild.
a head or the head? And what happens to the current head of the guild?
I don't know, devil stuff? What matters is I can keep my kids safe. Everyone else has let them down, but I won't. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours. wonder if I could con some gold.
Where's having me fade to black?
One of the worst things about getting old. Watching kids make the same exact mistakes you made.
Wait, did you make a deal with the devil?
Nothing you can say to change their mind. Then again, Mol's a hell of a lot smarter than I was at that age. Maybe she'll figure it out.
Yeah, she is pretty smart.
True enough. She'll go far in the city. We've just got to get her there safely. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about, I think I saw a line of dialogue that was really funny. But I picked the wrong answer to get that, so... Oh, I don't have my auto loot on. Well, we're gonna go back to camp. I went to camp, that's why. And we're gonna talk to everyone who's gonna talk about Karlach getting her upgrade. I assume.
If death is soon to take Karlach, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
Isn't that just a normal day for her? Oh, Will being there would have been... I probably should have brought Will.
Have seen everything.
I know well the pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Karlach's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. We can be sure of that.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul. She's stubborn, yes. Bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But as ambitious as she is, Mole's no fool. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
I hope you're right.
You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Mole would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard. Then we know our mission. All roads converge at moonrise. I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked Father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat.
I really should have brought you.
As the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him.
I really should have brought you. Okay, so in my Dark Urge playthrough, Karlach, Will, and Asterion.
They want violence, they want control. Who better than Gran? Who better than the commander of the Flaming? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become it. We can't and we won't. The shadows be... How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlach fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be.
There isn't. Spoilers. The only way is a way that I find completely unacceptable. Alright, so let's leave camp, and I realize this video is going very long, but we're just doing a lot of talking and it's all together, so I'm just gonna keep it together. Go upstairs. Anything of interest up here? Doesn't look like it. Ah, there is a fast way down here. Or not? Jeez Louise. Oh, here they are. Isn't there supposed to be someone else here? I guess she's still at the front gate.
He was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean. He was always joking. Said it was good for morale, but he just liked seeing people laugh. He was a good harbor. A good friend.
I'm sure he'd appreciate your prayers.
I hope so. They're all I have to give. Thank you. You're a good person.
Tragic love. Earn the worship of the Kuatoa? Did I do that this? I have the Bool thing, but it doesn't have the bonus thing. That's weird. Oh, there it is. Witness Jonas's funeral. Okay.
Poor Jonas.
If I remember right, I think there's combat over here. Also, is everybody should be with me. But they aren't. If I do this, are they gonna bamf to me? Yes, they are. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut this video off here, and we're gonna do the rest of this and then make our way to Moonrise. Thank you all very much for watching, and God bless.